When hotel guests began complaining about the water, how it tasted strange, smelled off, and came out of the tap black, they sent a maintenance worker to check the rooftop tanks. What he found would launch one of the most disturbing hotel mysteries in history. A 21-year-old woman named Elisa Lam had been missing for nearly 3 weeks. Her last known footage was caught on a security camera in the elevator. What happened between that elevator ride and the water tank remains one of the most haunting unsolved stories ever recorded. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student visiting California alone in early 2013. She was bright, curious, and active online, especially on Tumblr, where she documented much of her life. On January 26th, she checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. The building had a long, dark history linked to suicides, murders, and even serial killers like Richard Ramirez. Elisa had booked a shared room, but after a few nights, her roommates asked that she be moved. The hotel staff quietly relocated her to a private room. Something about her behavior unsettled people. On January 31st, Elisa missed her checkout. She never called home. She didn't post online. Her parents, worried, called the LAPD. After 2 weeks of searching, police released the now infamous elevator video, the last known footage of Elisa Lam alive. In it, she enters the elevator like something is wrong. She presses multiple buttons. The doors don't close. She peeks out, hides in the corner, steps in and out. She gestures with her hands in a way that looks confused or terrified, or possibly both. It's been viewed over 40 million times. Some believed she was hiding from someone, others thought she was hallucinating. Paranormal enthusiasts swore the Cecil Hotel was cursed. What no one knew was where Elisa had gone. By mid-February, hotel guests began complaining about the water. It tasted off. It came out black at first. It had a weird smell. So on the morning of February 19th, a maintenance worker climbed to the roof. He removed the lid of one of the massive water tanks, and inside, he found Elisa Lamb's body, floating naked in the dark water. Her clothes were found at the bottom of the tank. The tank was sealed. The alarm on the roof had not gone off. There was no ladder inside. The police were baffled. If you're hooked so far, hit subscribe, because the next story might be even darker than this one. Now, back to the case. Theory 1. Mental illness. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. Her toxicology report showed traces of her prescription medication, indicating she may have been off her meds or mismanaging doses. This could explain her behavior in the elevator, and possibly a tragic accident that led her to climb into the tank herself. But here's the problem. How did she even get in? The hotel roof was locked, alarmed, and not easily accessible. And the tank was over 10 feet tall, with no easy way to climb in or out. Theory 2. Foul play. Some believe she was murdered, possibly by hotel staff or someone who had access to the building's restricted areas. There were no signs of trauma, no defensive wounds, and no physical evidence of assault. But the case was ruled accidental drowning. Still, the idea that someone placed her body in the tank won't go away. Theory 3. Something paranormal. This one haunts people online. The Cecil Hotel has an evil reputation. Several guests have reportedly jumped to their deaths. One even landed on a pedestrian. There have been rumors of ghosts, voices, strange smells, and even exorcisms. Some believe Elisa Lam was lured to the roof by something that couldn't be explained. Here's what makes the case so chilling. The elevator doors never closed in the video, despite her pressing buttons. The water tank was sealed shut and would have been impossible to close from inside. Elisa had no drugs or alcohol in her system. Her clothes were found at the bottom, but there were no bruises or injuries. No one knows how she got onto the roof. Some believe she was in a manic episode. Others think she was silenced. But the truth is, we may never know. Elisa Lam went to LA looking for adventure. She left behind one of the most disturbing videos in internet history, and a mystery that may never be solved. She was last seen in an elevator. Then they found her in the water. Thanks for watching Short Crime Stories. New crimes drop weekly. Subscribe to never miss a case.